Hi everybody and welcome, this is the Apostate Prophet. There is something that I want to talk about very briefly. I couldn't care less about who Kim Kardashian is, what she does and says, what she dresses like, and what she just wore, but she became news by dressing up like this, as many of you know. And ever since that happened, some pictures circulated on the internet that make a comparison between Kim Kardashian and a Muslim woman. This is often posted by Muslims, and they call out the hypocrisy of celebrating Kim Kardashian's appearance here while criticizing the hijab as oppressive and extreme. In all honesty, I have no idea why Kim Kardashian dressed that way. I have no idea what her point was. I see posts like these, for example. This is okay for fashion, but my niqab is extreme. This is not a great and smart statement. Kim Kardashian is doing something eccentric here, and if she wanted to, she could take off her clothes right there, and nothing bad would happen. Kim Kardashian dresses like this, and she can also take off her clothes and pose nude if she wants to. This one, for example, says fashion precaution banned. But again, that's a very strange comparison. The niqab is only banned under certain circumstances in certain places. And not because it looks weird, but because of the background of it. If Kim Kardashian was forced to wear what she is wearing here, I'm sure people would be up in protests. It wouldn't even be possible for that to happen. This one says, society can accept it when it's Kim Kardashian, but not a Muslim. Again, a very absurd post to respond to, but still, Kim Kardashian can wear whatever she wants, it's her choice. While the average covered-up Muslim woman cannot exactly choose what she wears. Many Muslim women can choose, and they do choose to wear the niqab, or the hijab, or the burqa, whatever you want to call it. And yet again, they wear it because, according to their religion, they have to wear it. But too many Muslim women in the world simply cannot choose. Too many Muslim women in the world are killed, lynched, beaten up, harassed, exposed, compelled, and forced to covering themselves up once more. You can find incidents of these everywhere, and you can find examples of the mildest form, which is simply massive backlash from so many Muslims on the profiles of people who have actually decided to take off their hijab. Like Dina Tokyo, for example, she was a hijabi, she took it off, and the reactions were horrible.
You are a hoe. Showing people your hair is a bad idea. You're a disgrace to Islam. Snake. Please can you die soon? Attention-seeking, cockeyed whore. Disgusting prostitute. No one in Middle East respects you anymore.
Here is Yasmin Mohammed's take, who went through the abuse herself. For the gajillionth time, Kim Kardashian chose to wrap herself up like a dementor for whatever reason. She was not threatened with being disowned by her family, expulsion from school, an acid attack, imprisonment, death, eternal damnation. #free from hijab. In countries like Iran, women are forced to cover themselves, including their hair. In Saudi Arabia, the obligation to cover your head was only lifted recently. You are still required to abide by a strict form of modesty. In many Muslim cultures, there are strict rules on how to dress in public. In Afghanistan, where the Taliban just took over, it is again now enforced that women have to cover up in a certain way, or else. The same goes for many Muslim women in different countries, in different families. And even if nobody around them forces them to wear it, they have to wear it by their religious obligations. So it is technically not a choice as much as you want to choose to abide by the rules. Speaking of this, the topic of nuns. We often see that nuns and hijab-wearing women are put together, and then the question is asked by Muslims, why is this okay and this is not? If I were to address this question, I would say you are again making a false comparison. A nun is not an average Christian woman who is obligated to wear her habit, to wear a specific cover. A nun chooses to become part of a specific community, of a specific organization. She chooses a specific lifestyle. She makes a vow and gives up things in her life and chooses to dress a certain way. That woman doesn't have to necessarily be a nun. A Christian woman does not have to be a nun, and nuns can generally leave. Moreover, there are no laws in place anywhere which say that you have to dress like a nun. In Islam, it is a universal religious obligation to wear the hijab. Not abiding by this is considered a grave sin, a cause of corruption of your own religious beliefs and of those of others. Which is why in the traditional Islamic society, women are supposed to cover up. In the traditional Islamic societies and empires, it was enforced. Women were obligated. And in today's society, this is still a law, or somewhat a law in other places, or it is a social obligation in other places. I would not want to speak for everybody or for the majority of people. I simply speak for myself when I say that I personally am not against the hijab or against forms of the hijab, against covering yourself up. What is it to me what a woman does or what somebody else does? I have a social, political stance, however, a stance on the concept of the hijab, which is part of Islam. In the Islamic religion, the hijab is enforced, and this is a creation of the Islamic authority where a woman is forced to wear the hijab, and where those who don't want to wear the hijab will have big difficulties and will often not have the choice to take off the hijab. I am definitely against that. If it was universally known that it is completely up to individuals whether they want to cover themselves up or walk naked or outside, I wouldn't even have an opinion on that. And I'm sure many people who call it extremism to look like this would also not take that big of an issue with it. It's probably not healthy to say that women should be covered up. That would be better for society and for them, which is why they will be forced to cover up. I don't think humans have to be treated that way. But that's just me. Thanks for watching. If you agree, if you like this video, then please don't forget to like and to subscribe and to share. If you don't like this video, you can feel free to tell me why and to dislike this video and not to share it, or to share it and to say I don't like this video. And if you want to support my efforts, you can even support me on Patreon. Thank you for listening. Have a great day and stay away from Islam.